Hey guys, this is Crazy on the X, and welcome to another edition of Appraisal, where I determine if it is worth the praise or not worth the craze. Why does this game exist? Little Nicky is admittedly not that bad of a movie, with Adam Sandler really not being that bad of an actor, even if Rotten Tomatoes disagrees. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it's worth, which is admittedly not that much to begin with. However, and I kid you not, there is actually an officially licensed Nintendo game on the Game Boy Color based on this masterpiece! Yep, someone out there saw the trailers for Little Nicky and thought, this would make an excellent game. Look, let's just get this over with. This is Little Nicky for the Game Boy Color. How is this a thing? To start things off, the opening cutscene starts the same way as the movie, with a pervert peeping on a woman. It took me a moment to figure out what this was because that is supposed to be Jon Lovitz. I call shenanigans. Jon Lovitz looks way more like a creepy porn producer than this guy does. Oh jeez, GBC nudes! Put the censors all over that now! The guy, of course, is knocked out of the tree by her kid, rather gruesomely at that, and is sent to hell, forced to run away from a very, agitated bird. You know, for someone who's trying not to do any major swears or adult-related stuff lately, I sure took quite a leap of faith from the last two games I looked at. I mean, you got Kirby, you got Pokemon, and now you got Horny Bird going after an old man. And here's the title screen. Oh, sweet merciful Lord above. Oh, minigames! Let's try one! On second thought, let's never touch any of these again. Exit, please. Wait. Why am I... So, if I play a minigame and exit from it, I actually have to go back to the very beginning of the game's boot up? That's like if Super Mario Bros. On the NES booted you back to the title screen after losing one life. Okay, not really, but still, you get the gist, right? So the game begins, and Little Nicky, who actually does look like he got hit in the face with a shovel and yet moves like one of the creepier versions of Iori Yagami from King of Fighters, is told to meet up with his brothers by... I don't know his name, I never remember that stuff. Jeff or something? I'll just go with Jeff. So Nicky meets up with his father along with his brothers Adrian and Cassius. Oh, Cassius, by the way, in the movie, is played by former pro wrestler and rival to known racist Hulk Hogan, Zeus. Also known as Z-Gangsta in WCW for copyright reasons. That's actually really interesting. So you know how the movie goes. Satan turns out to be an asshole and decides to keep the throne, claiming the three are not yet ready to rule hell. Cassius and Adrian prove his point by escaping hell to try and rule the earth. So now it's up to Nicky to save the day. We then get to do some training for the world above, and oh my Jesus, what is this even? So Little Nicky, the game, as it turns out, is a platformer. And a bad one at that. You move too slow to really be able to successfully jump anywhere though, making it an absolute chore to do actual platforming. However, there are certain bits and levels such as fire spots, piles, fire, campfires, I don't know, and smog from cars that fuels his power, with his power being... speed.
That's no good.
Pretty much what he said. I'm guessing that the makers of this game wanted to try being both Mario and Sonic, and much like with Bubsy, well, old school Bubsy anyway, it fails miserably at that. Even if you get speed from the fires and the smog and such, you move too fast to be able to easily control Nicky, so damned if you do and damned if you don't. On top of that, this doesn't help with a lot of the enemy patterns and whatever other obstacles. Not to mention that, even if you move fast, leaps of faith won't help matters here. Okay, you know what? I have to look this up. I have to look up who developed this monstrosity. You know what? Digital Eclipse? Yeah, turns out this was common for Digital Eclipse back in the day, having developed a lot of other licensed handheld games, including the graphically impressive Alice in Wonderland on the Game Boy Color, but also in a shocking twist made the Spyro the Dragon Game Boy Advance trilogy. Which, by the way, are really enjoyable games. I recommend them. Interestingly enough, they ended up merging with a company called Imagine Engine and created Backbone Entertainment, which did a lot of 360 and PS3 ports and compilations, and also Death Jr. and Sonic Rivals. Oh, my favorite! Bad camera and race to win, race to win, race to win! And then employees left, bought off the license to the name Digital Eclipse, and then did 4 compilations since, including the Mega Man Legacy Collection and the Disney Afternoon Collection. Kinda surprised Capcom didn't hire them for the other ones. Also, where's my Disney Afternoon Switch port, Capcom? You got all that good, didn't care, me neither. And unsurprisingly, the game is hard to even finish, obviously due to the bad controls and level design, but what's even worse is the password system. What even are any of these symbols? I looked up passwords online and tried to enter them in, but I had to make guesses as to what meant what, to the point that I almost gave up. As it turns out, the password letters, I guess we could call them, are not something you would find in the manual, or maybe it is, I don't know, I don't have the manual, but is based on the powers you unlock as you progress through the story, including fiery belches. You know, I'm beginning to see why people just don't like Sandler's brand of humor. By the way, you know that scene in Little Nicky where he pulls off epic shots in a basketball game with super jumps and such in order to trick Cassius into getting in the flask Nebby? Well, you'd think the basketball would mean fly high, right? Nope. It's the weird looking arrow that means it. I mean, in hindsight, it kind of makes sense, but also, I'm not even sure how this ball isn't ball but some of the rock. Who designed this? So I skipped ahead to level 15, which involves Nicky running across rooftops. Wait, what? Oh, I remember that part of the movie where he ran across rooftops in massive succession. What? It's like the climax, right?
What are you doing, Nicky?
Sir, this is the Waffle House. Yeah, this is what I meant by leap of faith earlier. You don't get many chances either! Also, why is this lady cartwheeling in front of the elevators? Why does it take button presses of various sorts to get out of said elevator instead of it being automatic? Why is God so mean to us? Okay, let's skip to the final battle, and I guess the basketball power-up is specific for one level, as well as releasing the good being a tiny green laser. Okay, I guess looks can be deceiving and... So, how much praise do you think this is worth?
A little praise is more like it.
This game is genuinely terrible. The controls are awful, the design is terrible, the graphics are grating, the gameplay is garbage, it takes the route of Blues Brothers and screwing with the source material here and there. The sound, as well, is actually dreadful. I should have brought up the music, it's that bad. But all of this could have been a tiny bit forgiven had they designed the password system to be able to be understood. Stay away from this game. It's amazing that it allegedly has a higher overall rating than the movie that it's based on. Oh, good God, I need something to wash the taste out of my goddamn mouth. One moment. Hello? Music? Oh, sweet Jesus, no.